It is so good to be with you today. You know, as we think about the legacy of John Lewis and try to put that in context with where we are today, it's just fitting that I'm back fresh from the National Convention of the NAACP. We talked about it. Thank you. And by the way, we want you to be members. We want your communities and your congregations. We want your neighborhoods and your families to recognize that they have a home in the NAACP. We are here working to ensure that America can live up to its promise, the best of its promise, and not just for the people who, as Walter Johnson and the Broken Heart of America, would have been talked about as industrialists, ensuring that their work, that the industry, that the money that pumps through this capitalistic society of ours keeps going in directions that they wanted to. Not the same people who are working on a daily basis to ensure that our labor is divided, not only away from us physically, but to ensure that they keep the resources that they're going to gain for the minutes, the hours, the days, the years, and decades that we strive so that we can feed our families and have education and pray in our houses of worship if we choose to. If America is going to live up to its promise, we've got to ensure just a few things. That in a great state like Missouri, where we have an initiative petition process, that when the will of the people has been stated, the politicians actually listen. They've got to listen to you. When millions of people throughout the country, throughout this state, turn out and say that we want fair wages and sick days for people who need them, that women are going to have that women are going to be in charge of reproductive health care in their bodies. You have a lot of people running around the state talking about freedom and liberty, except for when it comes to you and me. And even now, there's an effort to take away the initiative petition process. Can you imagine? It's bad enough not to listen when the will of the people has been spoken, when it's been put into law, and try to take that away, but to stop that process so a bunch of degenerates, because that's what they are, people who would put themselves above us, right? This is not some holy calling that they have. This is them kowtowing to money-paid interests that work nonstop to put little people like you and me behind them and under their shoe. And when we think about the legacy of John Lewis, I have to imagine that walking across that bridge, it must have occurred to them that they were in danger. Just like it did hundreds of people throughout the country. You know, in 1909, the NAACP was started in response to lynchings. We said, hey, maybe we shouldn't lynch people. And so we studied, and we litigated, and we agitated, and we tried to legislate, and it all took a long time. But in the meantime, there we were, making sure the communities, just like those that we live in, were going to be better for our presence. We can't stand by as our neighbors are getting mugged and carted off to El Salvador or someplace and call ourselves good people, let alone good Christians. We can't watch the fruits of our labor, which all of us, black, brown, and everybody in between on God's beautiful spectrum, work for every day, be taken away because somebody else decided to take them. That's not right. No. We can't have generations of women and families put behind the 8 ball, where we struggled so far to ensure that we have equal and fair rights, let alone representation, just to have it snatched away once again. If we're going to walk in the legacy of John Lewis and truly honor what it means to be not just an American, not just a Missourian, not just a person of faith, but a person who intends to leave a legacy for the next generation, To put a mark there that says, I mattered, and I stood for something, and I didn't stand by as all the bad things were happening. We've got to continue to come out like we have today. We've got to be there next week when the white nationalists are marching in Kirksville. We're going to have to be there the week after when ICE is doing raids on churches in Kansas City. We're going to have to continue to make sure that our voices are heard. And especially in this building, because they're going to come right back again in January and try it all over again. In the meantime, yeah, we get to vote. And we should vote like our lives depended on it, because the truth is that they do.
Yes.
If not now, then when? If not us, then who? That's right. It is us. And I can tell you one last thing, that the us is a lot larger than them, or they will ever be. Keep standing. We Stand United in Missouri is a pro-democracy effort. The NAACP is a pro-humanity effort. Your churches, your houses of worship and of faith are humanitarian in nature. And we've got to take the best of all that we have and combine it together. Don't let them divide us on the basis of color or sex, or supposed class, or economic situation, or education, or any of the isms that they keep throwing at you. Don't let them do it. Use today in John Lewis's name and in his memory of the sacrifices that he made personally and the gains that we have made as a country to bring those back. They belong to us, the people, and they won't be given to us until we take them back. Thank you.